Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon. My name is Rusydi, General Manager for the Suffa Educational Foundation. And I thought I'd record a short video giving some updates of what we're doing at the moment at the foundation. I know we've been pretty quiet on social media, so I thought it'd be a great time to just give a rundown of everything that's going on here at the Suffa Educational Foundation. This isn't scripted or I don't have any points written down, so I'll be speaking from the top of my head, and let's see what I can do to keep everyone up to date with what's going on. So we're drawing near now to the end of August 2024, and then next month is September, when all of our programs, our educational programs, will be restarting. So we've been quiet because it's been all systems go behind the scenes here at the Suffa Educational Foundation. One of the biggest programs which restarts in September is our online Islamic school, online madrasa for Muslim children aged 6 to 16 called Kafa Online. Now Kafa, if you are unfamiliar with that term from Malaysia, stands for Class Al-Quran dan Fard Ain. So effectively, the school equips the children, the next generation, with the ability to read the Quran properly and learn their Fard Ain knowledge, their obligatory individual knowledge, such as how to pray, how to fast, and so forth, and what we believe, for example. Now, in September, we are making some big changes to Kafa. Maybe this isn't interesting to anyone who doesn't currently have children aged 6 to 16, but maybe you'll still be interested to know what our team has been doing behind the scenes. So our Kafa has been growing every single year, and ever since COVID, and we went fully online, the school absolutely exploded with our student body, and we ended last academic year in July with around just under 140, 150 students. So with this coming new year in September 2024, we have decided to offer 2 time options to make it easier to manage that huge student count, because we want to increase past 150. So now there's a session in the morning and a session in the afternoon. So students can choose which one they go to. So it will split our student count in half, making it a lot more manageable for our team. So some of our teachers will be teaching both sessions, and we'll be getting some new teachers on board as well to help cover in the new morning session. So there's a lot of preparation required because even though we could do the exact same thing every year, we're always looking to improve. So we're always making new things, improving things. That's why there's so much work to do, even though a lot of the things are already set. So for example, we have, which is huge news, we have 3 book launches coming up. And they are second editions of 3 books we informally released at Kafa last year. Now these books aren't just used at Kafa, they're going to be used across our programs, but it's a real big milestone for us. And the first one is the Suffa Prayer Essentials, second edition. So this book is an A4 book. In fact, it just arrived today from the printers here. I'm not sure if, yeah. So it's this A4 booklet that basically teaches everything you need to know with regards to what do you read in the salah, in the prayer. And everything's written in Arabic and with English transliteration and translation. And it's really big font, which makes it excellent learning companion for people of all ages, people with lower reading abilities. We've even had feedback from people with learning difficulties that find it super easy to learn from our books because they're printed in such large print. So that's the first new book or new edition coming out. And then we also have our new Quran reading books, Suffa At-Tartil Book 1 and Suffa At-Tartil Book 2. And these books take a person from having no Arabic reading knowledge. So it takes them from learning the Arabic alphabet, and then how to recognize them individually and joined up. That's book 1. And then in book 2, which is a much longer book, they learn all of the harakat, and all of the small little rules here and there, the disjoint letters, hamzat al-wasl, sukun, shadda, all those basic things that allow a person to be able to read ayat of Quran. We don't yet have a book, an internal self-published book that teaches the rules of tajweed, but that's our intention for the next book, inshallah. So 3 new books, second editions: Suffa Prayer Essentials, Suffa At-Tartil Book 1, and Suffa At-Tartil Book 2. MashaAllah. May Allah allow our community to benefit from these books, and may Allah allow it to be a means of continuous good deeds for not just us, but all of our donors and community that support our foundation. So we're already 6 minutes in here, and I've only talked about Kafa and our 3 new book publications. But I may as well keep going. So other programs which restart in September are our online Quran classes, which comes under the banner, the newly branded As-Suffa Quranic Center UK. It's still us, it's just a brand new name to group together all of our Quran classes. Now these are online classes for all ages: children, teenagers, adult men and adult women, and all ability levels. Whether you have no prior knowledge, or you can already read and you want to learn the tajweed rules, the tartil rules formally, in a structured way, or you know all that theoretical knowledge and you just want to read. That's our highest level, tahseen. You just want to read and get feedback to improve your flow and the correct application of the theoretical rules of tajweed and so on. So that restarts in September as well. And look, it's a great, there's many places to learn Quran, but I can say that our teachers make it really accessible to all people. You know, people come in having been scared to learn at other places, other online classes, but they come from recommendations from their friends, and they finally start or resume their Quran journey, whether they are a teenager that couldn't read Quran, or whether they are 50, 60 and they wanted to resume their journey. So we have those Quran classes starting again, and they are taught either one-to-one or in groups of 4, provided there's enough students to have a group class. And you can find out more about that on our social media. Furthermore, other things I won't go into as much detail, which are restarting in September, are our free Islamic foundations classes, which are again online, which are catered towards convert Muslims, and also just Muslims generally looking to reconnect and solidify their foundational understanding of the deen, in aqidah, in fiqh, and in seerah as well. And then we touch a little bit upon purification of the heart as well, of tasawwuf. And then excitingly, we'll be starting up our Suffa ladies short courses again. Now, the next topic that has been chosen to be taught by our teacher, Ustaza Fayrouz, is a beautiful course, short course. There's a part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is 4 sessions long. And the course is called Samhatul Islam, the Mercy of Islam. And it's this beautiful chapter from a bigger book, As-Siraj al-Munir, by Sheikh Abdul Salam Ali Shitta. And this chapter talks about how Islam, the religion given to the beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this religion is ease for humanity, ease for the Muslims. How Allah is easy with the Muslims. How the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is easy, is a mercy for the Muslims, and how the religion itself is an ease. So it's a beautiful course. It's on Tuesday evenings, and it's for ladies only. There'll be a part 1 starting in September for 4 sessions, and then the part 2 will be in November, inshallah. So if you are an adult woman looking to learn something different, it's a perfect opportunity. Everything we do at Suffa is free or super cheap, nominal fees that barely cover the running of those programs. So definitely check it out. We just released the poster earlier today, this afternoon, and share it with all of your friends and family. We usually get a really good turnout from women for our Safa ladies short courses, mashallah. And maybe lastly, I'll mention another thing restarting in September, which is our tuition, our GCSE tuition, and our Year 6 SATs tuition, which happens, which prepares our children for their exams. Something different from the Islamic, some academic tuition as well. So that's a little bit about what we've been busy doing over the last month, 2 months, preparing for this September restart. This summer break for us is very, very busy, actually, because it's a time in the year where we pause all of our teaching, our programs, which is a lot to manage, all those different classes and students and teachers. And then we get to focus on improving and preparing our content and our courses and our syllabuses for the new academic year. So it's a really fun, albeit difficult or hard, fast-paced time of year. So that's what we've been up to. Now, a little bit of information about what's going on at the moment, which is beautiful news, actually, which is that our Imam, our CEO, Sheikh Zaki bin Ismail, and his family are currently on Umrah. They're currently in Mecca doing the Umrah, and I'm sure they will be visiting our Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in Medina as well before they head back. They'll be back next Thursday. So as a result, our Thursday Tahleel Majlis, our in-person Majlis at Surau Malaysia Hall, is taking a pause. We've been taking a pause for a few weeks now, but the pause is going to continue for 2 more weeks until Sheikh Zaki is back. And with regards to our weekly Friday halaqah, it should have been restarting this Friday, i.e. tomorrow, if you're watching this when I post this video on Thursday. However, this bank holiday weekend is the annual Notting Hill Carnival in London, and it just so happens that the street where our office is situated is one of the main streets for the parade route. So as we did last year, the standard procedure for businesses, homes even, that are on the route of the carnival is to actually board up their office fronts or their house fronts with wood, plywood paneling, floor to ceiling, to stop any damage or vandalism to their shop front, to prevent any graffiti or smashed windows to their shop front. So the handyman we've reached out to will be boarding up our office on Friday in preparation for the weekend. So we aren't able to host our usual Friday halaqah there at the office. And then he'll be taken off the panels again, I believe, on Tuesday after all the proceedings are over. So we'll probably be back in the office on Wednesday, and we'll be back in the office working furiously, trying to pack all of the resources and books for Kafa to be posted to all of the students around the UK and around the world, in Europe, in America. There's our Kafa students are really spread out. We even had some more registrations this year from the Middle East as well. So we've got to get those resources prepared and posted out. So busy, but it's a great blessing to be able to work here at the Suffa Educational Foundation. Speaking for myself personally, one of the greatest jobs I've worked at. So really fulfilling. So it doesn't even if it gets super busy, it doesn't ever feel miserable, because of the good intentions, or the purpose, the higher purpose, the mission behind the work that we do here, and uplifting the religion and supporting the community. So yeah, that's what's been going on here behind the scenes at the Suffa Educational Foundation. I can't think of anything else to share, other than yet to be officially announced, but we will be having a very big event in July, August, September, October. On the second Saturday of October, we have a very, very big event, which is our first ever Suffa annual awards ceremony, where we will be bringing together our students from across our programs and celebrating their achievements and giving them certificates. And we'll be putting on a 3-course lunch for everyone in attendance, and we'll be trying to raise money for our foundation through the tickets. So the tickets will be a little bit expensive, but it will pay for the hall and your food that day, and a bit extra as a donation towards the foundation. And we'll be sharing updates during the lunch, and there'll be an opportunity to purchase books like the ones I mentioned earlier in the video, and purchase merchandise, and different ways to support the foundation. So what easier way is there, than to come, pay your ticket, and eat a beautiful, 3-course lunch. And the consequence of that is supporting the running of our foundation. So that's everything I can think of from the top of my head. I nearly spent 20 minutes. So thank you, anyone who tuned in for the entire duration of the video. And finally, I'll just end with a little description of who we are, if this is the first time you're tuning in. The foundation I work for is the Suffa Educational Foundation, which is a registered charity, Islamic charity here in the UK, registered with the Charity Commission for England and Wales. And we seek to uplift the Muslim Nusantara community, Nusantara being Muslims originally from Southeast Asia, countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei, Borneo, who have moved to the UK and Europe. And by extension, we are open to all Muslims and anyone that wishes to participate in our events, but that's our key target audience. So we support this community through 2 things: foundational Islamic knowledge and lifelong community services, essential community services. So that's a little bit about who we are. You can find out more about us on our social media and our website, thesuffafoundation.org. I hope to do these updates more often, inshallah. It's nice for me to keep you guys in the loop, and maybe I'll do something more interesting in the future than just these talking to the camera videos. But alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, hamdan yuafi ni'amahu kafi mazidah. Let's recite some dua before we part ways. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا ذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك والجنة ونعوذ بك من سخطك والنار. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. يا رب بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. عملت سوءا وظلمت نفسي فاغفر لي فإنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.